How do you not know this? Right, let's work through the obvious. Okay, so he makes his way out. Nope, that's right. He sneaks his way out. I walk on Sherlock, I can just stomp on him. No. He comes down to check. Thinks there's nothing going on. No, 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 because we've got the cold print there. He hid in there, eh? Most interesting. Oh, I didn't even go down here. That would make sense. I think that's something that makes sense. There we go.
The intruder entered the basement through the coal chute. He used a magnet to open the hatch bolt. He accidentally pushed a shovel to the floor. Vogel heard the noise. At the sound of his approaching footsteps, the intruder hid inside the coffin. When Vogel entered the basement, he failed to notice anything strange and left without properly checking. The intruder waited until Vogel had left the caravanserai before burning the paintings in Wilde's room. But the vandalism was a cover for the theft.
Exactly. I didn't actually look at this other bit down here. I just looked at this and then it went, oh yeah, you can do this now. Let's... Alright, so it's basically saying, oh yeah, there should be paintings here. Yeah. Oh, no, thank you. Under gallery, so we can talk about that. Right, so we're going to have a chat with Vogel then. Maybe that'll give us some insight into things. I hope this doesn't take as long as the last case. Or if it does, I think I might actually take a break. Because that one went on forever. Right.
The pieces are not what I expected.
What do you think my collection is about?
Well, I mean, you've got the mould. Could be decadence. It depends on his view on that kind of thing. I think part of me still thinks decay.
Extravagant paintings have been left to rot in a basement. A commentary on decay and the crumbling of society, correct?
I don't know.
Well, that's absurd. Of course you know. It's your gallery.
There is no one answer, no singular truth, but many filtered through the subjective mind. That forgetting, embellishing, lying machine. Besides, what's wrong with a lie if it makes life more interesting?
It's a lie.
What's wrong with a lie? It corrupts the ability of others to behave freely and rationally.
Men never act freely and rationally anyway. It matters not what is or isn't in the end. The only important thing is how you feel. And I simply want to feel and consume as much as I can. Don't you?
Feelings are simply one's animal ancestry trying to wrest back control of the brain. I try to avoid the distraction.
You try not to feel, even in a place like this? None of it moves you?
To be frank, I struggle to maintain even a whit of interest in art.
But Mr. Holmes, it is joy incarnate, mankind's greatest achievement.
Mankind's highest achievement above all others is objective and rational thought.
I see then why you dislike art, for it means whatever you want it to.
Or perhaps, Mr. Vogel, I was lying.
Aha.
Case was interesting, the case was trivial. I'd say interesting because we haven't actually solved it yet, so we can't say it's trivial.
Mr. Vogel, my investigation has revealed that the intrusion was not merely vandalism, but theft. The limping visitor left your place with a canvas.
That's very impressive.
This thief was familiar with the gallery and he was sporting a limp. Do any of your clients or artists come to mind?
My, your attention to detail is remarkable, Mr. Holmes. I should introduce you to Bosch's works. Alas, I'm afraid I cannot suggest a culprit.
The fire was a clever attempt to hide a stolen painting, even if it didn't fool me. I found the remnants of an empty frame in the pile of ashes. The canvas had been removed. Do you know which paintings in the Wild Room may have interested a thief? Were any particularly expensive?
Those pieces belong to a well-known artist named Boniface Mercurio. They're controversial, but not of a notably high value.
The intruder entered the basement through the coal chute. He used a magnet to open the latch and dislodged the shovel while doing so. That's the noise you heard yesterday. When you went downstairs to investigate, he hid in the coffin.
It seems I should have checked the space more thoroughly.
Indeed.
There's something more, is there not? I can see it in your eyes.
Indeed. There is another intriguing angle. I recently received an anonymous offer for one of Mercurio's works. The sum was more than fair, and indeed could have saved Mercurio from his artistic poverty. But he declined it.
Was it a performative whim? Some artists lionize pain and hardship as if their work would be worse after a meal and a hot bath.
I cannot tell. But not only did he refuse the deal, he insisted on displaying the painting in the public space. I was hoping to change his mind, but artists are a special breed of stubborn.
Can you describe the painting?
What was depicted in the piece?
A bound woman, wrapped in robes, being penetrated by a red devil that stared at us, the viewer. The beast had numerous tails growing from his back, and a large crowd gathered around the pair, silently watching the orgiastic scene.
Okay, well, given the nature of the other works on display, it's hard to see why that one stood out. What could possibly be its value?
The evaluation of art is very subjective, Mr. Holmes. After all, art is everything. A poem, a bruise, the beads of sweat on your beloved skin. Even a masterfully solved crime.
I'm not sure I see the connection.
Regardless, the painting was one of a series called The Sabbath Night in Cordona. The works depict sex, violence, and other controversial acts that life, for better or worse, contains.
Ah, I see.
I'm not sure that you do, but that can wait for another time.
So where can I find Boniface Mercurio?
I know he lives somewhere in Old City, but couldn't be more specific. He's a prominent figure, so finding him shouldn't be a problem.
Well, I believe I have enough to begin. Thank
Do
you,
I?
Mr. Vogel. Your gallery certainly has unexpected depths.
I'm delighted to have been able to please a friend. In return, I expect you to come back with good news. Or at least with a good story.
So why... Oh, all evidence collected. I was waiting for that. Why doesn't he know where the studio is? Like, you'd think at least he'd be able to tell me where this fellow's studio was. Because I assume he would have seen the work before deciding to put it in the gallery in some part. No, wrong button. I don't know why I pressed that button. Maybe I can ask. Why did you run into me? I'm blaming you for that. Do you like me? I can't talk to you anyway.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
It's funny when someone like you asks someone like me for help.
Okay, never mind. Right, so we know he lives somewhere in the old city, but we don't know exactly where. A wooden gate. There isn't a tall tower around here. Multiple trees. I don't know what to do. What? Oh, aha!
Mycroft returned with this coin from Venice. It was a long trip, but I don't remember any stories. Mycroft never talked much about any of his trips.
Wait, pick it up.
An ancient silver grosso. It was first introduced under Doge Enrico Dandolo and quickly became a dominant coin of Mediterranean commerce.
Of course it did, it was Venetian. Right, so we've got a coin by just wandering around aimlessly. That's kind of sad, because I was hoping it'd be more interesting than that. Are you friendly?
Could you help me?
Sorry, but I've never heard of it.
Madam?
Do you know anything about this?
I cannot be of help, sir. Someone else might know better.
How do I know who to ask, though? That's the problem. Got myself completely turned around now. You alright?
May I ask for your assistance?
It's funny when someone like you asks someone like me for help.
Right. I'm just gonna get changed in front of him. He'll never realize it's actually me.
Excuse me, just one question.
You and I are the economic foundation of this island. We should help each other. But I don't know what you are talking about.
Shut up, John. I don't like that it pops up with a red thumbs down to be like, oh, you didn't ask the right person. Oh, maybe the marketplace. Maybe the marketplace is the right place to go, is where to go. But I don't have any information as to who to ask. Other than someone in the old city. Eh? How do I get in? How do I get into the market? No, that's you. That's not someone helpful.
Nice affordable clothes.
No.
Come, come. Decorate your house in Oriental style.
Merhaba. It's a good day for a purchase.
No, I want to ask you about... Could have a chandelier or a rug. No.
Don't hurry, we can bargain.
No, I want to question people.
Could you help me?
You have a nerve to talk to me. Get back to work.
Okay, are you more likely to be of...
May I ask you something?
You and I are the economic foundation of this island. We should help each other. But I don't know what you are talking about.
This isn't working. You might need a different tack.
Shut up, John, I don't care. Oh, maybe I should look for artists, actually. Baker, worker, bookmaker. I don't like you. Because if I look at John's diary, it's not going to be like, ooh, yeah, here's a hint. It's just, oh, we've got to talk to people. I don't like artist, but he doesn't like me. Goes back to my proper suit. Shall I put on the beard? I'll put on the beard. And he is not sympathetic.
Do you know anything about this?
I can't help you, friend.
You're an artist!
Is this familiar to you?
I can't help you, friend.
Time to check your who, what, and what, Sherry. Who are you asking? About what and dressed as what?
I'm asking an artist about a famous artist on the island dressed how I'm dressed. But apparently that means they should like me. Why don't they like me? What am I doing wrong? Okay, what am I doing wrong? Unless maybe I'm meant to come over to the City Hall. Like, why wouldn't other famous artists in the area know about him? So I'm guessing we have to look here. And then we'll find out his address. But why can't I ask around? That just makes sense. And it's what I thought they wanted me to do. Where's the... No. What? Oh, that's... No, that's a different quest case thing not overly fussed about. Oh, actually, can I...
Have you found anything helpful?
Nope. I was hoping you'd be helpful, and you're not. Oh, you're floating. Right. Citizens... Now, occupation. Okay, we'll take that out and go with occupation. No. No, what? Because you know he's a citizen. He lives in the old city now. Ooh, deaths. No, I don't think so. Right, no. Right. Citizens by occupation in the British period. Choose the evidence marked with a book icon. That's not helpful. I don't have any. Oh, don't give me all of those just because... Yeah, so it's Mercurio's address! Right, Mercurio's address. So, he's a citizen in the British period in the old city. Okay, so it's not that one. Occupation. Okay, officials in the old district. By occupation. No. And I know when I leave there's going to be lots of, oh, you got it wrong. Can we just erase him from existence already? He's prominent, but I don't know what that means. I don't know what you want from me, game.